They're castor beans.
So what are we gonna do with them? Or just gonna...
The Public Health Agency of Canada has issued a civil danger warning for the district of Halton. Traces of the ricin toxin have been present in the area. Please remain calm and exert caution. The region's top toxicologists have prepared a statement on the effects of ricin.
I am Dr. Tran here with Dr. Medlin to discuss the recent ricin exposure in the region. Ricin is an extremely potent toxin found in castor seeds. It can cause a number of symptoms and eventually lead to death depending on the dosage and method of exposure. 4 to 8 castor beans can kill an adult if chewed and swallowed. The ricin can also be extracted from the beans in the form of a powder or pellet. It can also be dissolved in water. As it is odorless and tasteless, it can go undetected by a potential victim. It can take around 10 milligrams of ricin to kill. For reference, a single grain of salt is around 65 milligrams.
Ricin has an extremely high toxicity. It is combustible and remains stable under normal conditions. Its pH varies between 5 and 7.5 depending on the structural stability in isolated chains. Ricin can come as an odorless powder, mist, or capsule, meaning it is physically solid and can be granular. It can be denatured at a temperature above 80 Celsius and decomposes when boiled.
Symptoms of ricin exposure depend on the method of entry and dosage, but generally include flu-like symptoms and eventual death.
Ricin has been used for several decades. It requires very little chemistry knowledge, and instructions are readily available in certain areas of the internet. There is not much we can do to prevent its usage. There have been several assassination attempts using ricin, including through letters mailed to the United States senators, judges, and Barack Obama himself. There is no particular antidote to ricin. If the cause of death is suspicious, there are several tests that can be conducted to detect ricin. Such tests for environmental samples of suspicious materials, and clinical specimens from bodily fluids. However, these methods of detection for ricin are not available in a hospital or healthcare facility clinical laboratory.
While this may be true, a purer form of ricin is much more difficult for the average person to make, and people possessing ricin are usually caught quickly. Showing a keen interest in or purchasing equipment for the manufacturing of ricin also constitutes a suspicious activity and can put you on a watch list. Although ricin is very toxic in minuscule doses, mass distribution of it over a large area, like dropping it out of a plane, would be ineffective as it would not be cost-effective as other toxins. Tests for ricin are also currently being developed to better detect the toxin in an autopsy. Closely regulating the sale of castor beans and properly disposing of any byproducts of castor oil will make ricin less of a threat toward society.
To conclude, ricin is a potent toxin harvested from castor beans in the form of a capsule, mist, or powder. This toxin is extremely deadly as 1 milligram can be fatal to a human. It is an inevitable byproduct when making castor oil, and there are 3 different ways this toxin can be administered: inhalation, indigestion, and an injection. Each have a different impact on human health. It is hard to decrease use as this is an inevitable byproduct of making castor oil. But to decrease general use from the public making it, they are testing new ways to detect it when the toxin has been used, making it less undetectable, deterring people from making it.
Gonna grow a magic beanstalk? Huh? Climb it? Escape?
We are going to process them into ricin.